We will start with this. I am the captain of my soul. I am the master of my faith. For my thoughts and my feeling are my destiny. I'm happy and joyful. I'm still and poised. I now place my thoughts of love, joy, peace, success, and goodwill in the garden of my mind. This garden will produce an abundance harvest. It will express in my life. The idea of health, happiness, and peace is filling my subconscious mind. I live in joy, expecting the best, with only the best come to me. The life should be with joy. It should not be a struggle. And when we say I live in joy, expecting the best, and only the best comes to me. My own life story had some difficulties and challenges. I had at the time that I was very successful and happy, and the time when I was in my residency in neurosurgery in Toronto, I was alone and I got sick. It was December 1996 when during my residency, when my fellow residents suggested that my hearing on the left side is not good, and I ended up to have an MRI after seeing a ear, nose, throat doctor that showed that I had a brain tumor, call it acoustic neuroma, and it was a shock for me. I was alone then, and I was a neurosurgery resident, and now I have a brain tumor myself. One of the neurosurgeons saw me, and then I decided to proceed with the surgery prior to Christmas because I did not want it to be very off from my residency. So I was in the operating room on operating table, that in a situation that the day before I was operating myself. And when I was lying down, I noticed that a lot of things are not in my control right now. And the only things I have in control, it was my mind. When I look back at those moments, I will see that I wasn't afraid at all. I was full of hope, and I believing that I will heal and I'll stay alive until I had my surgery. After surgery, I had some complication. I had to have another surgery. But during all those difficult times, I was hopeful all the time. I never lose hope. I think if I lost hope, I may not be alive or talk to you today. And some other things that I went in the life and is causing unhappiness and stress for people. So and how the life works really. Then I start searching for how mind works, how the positive thinking affect our health, and I saw it on other patients. Then I saw it when they were happy and positive. Even they were in a hospital, they weren't that miserable, and then they were going through the recovery better. So that was that I decided to study mind, to study how we can have a healthier, calmer, and happier mind and a positive mind, and we be in control of our mind. And I study different things from neuroscience, from thoughts, new thoughts, others. And then when I notice it, when I pay attention to it more, I notice that it is in our control. That was the purpose of that affirmation in the beginning of my talk. When you say, I am the captain of my soul, I am the master of my faith. You see, I am. Before whatever we wanted to do in our life, we have to have this confidence that I am the master. And how you are the master? With your mind, with your thoughts and feeling. What is the mind? The mind is a flow of thoughts. The mind is conscious mind and unconscious mind. Conscious mind is like now I'm talking to you and you are listening to me. Is a working memory. And conscious mind is all our belief, what we think is true, our habits. And the mind is a function of the brain. So the brain is a station for the mind. So for having a healthy mind, we need a healthy brain. I have seen the patients that had a head injury and they were in a vegetative state. They weren't conscious at all. Or the patients that I have seen, they had a dementia. Earlier in their life, they were smart, they were teachers, they were engineers, they were doctors. But then when they got dementia and then they had this problem with the nerve cells or neurons, even they were not able to remember their grandchildren's name. So my conclusion of this, for a healthy mind, we need a healthy brain. So I'm going to discuss some of the steps that we can keep our brain healthy. As I mentioned, it's a station for the mind. So what we could do for our brain stay healthy, I am going to go over the series of factors, important factors, in briefly, but I explain it in chapter 2 of my book, Mind Medicine. Details, I explain it. And if you decided, you can go to my website to the product and buy it. And they are now 25% off. So the factors are, one is nutrition. So nutrition not only is for our body is important, if it's for our brain is important too. The brain is about 3.5 pounds. Is about 2% of our body weight, but at any moment it uses 20% of oxygen and glucose in the blood. So 20% of we use it. So constantly it depends on oxygen and glucose. And if we does not receive oxygen and glucose for 3 to 5 seconds, we become unconscious. And in 3 to 5 minutes, the patient gets stroke. So so it's very important. What we eat is affect our brain. Hydration is very important. About 80% of the brain is water, so we need to keep it be hydrated. For example, when you are driving, be sure you are hydrated. The other foods, the foods they have antioxidant, like a vegetable, especially leafy vegetable, fruits like berries, blueberries, strawberries, they have antioxidant. The other important of nutrition is omega-3. It's very important for the brain. You can find it in seafood, in fish, and others. DHA is another kind of omega-3 that you can find it in seafood. And vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin E. You can find vitamin E in the nuts like walnuts, and other nuts, seeds. The proteins are very important for the brain, nutrient. The so these are important factors. I explained it in detail, what kind of vegetable, what kind of fruit, in details in my book. The other, and then also we need to remember that we don't do the things that hurt our brain. For example, consuming too much alcohol, drugs. These are affecting our brain. Be sure we don't get a head injury. Like when you're driving, you drive safely. So we wanted to keep our brain healthy. And whatever food we eat that is good for our heart, and our heart is healthy, for the body is healthy, usually they are for the brain are healthy too. The next factor that I wanted to talk is physical activity, exercise. If you wanted to write a prescription that is good for everything, is physical activity. Exercise is increase the oxygenation and growth factor in our brain. Let me turn off the slide. When physical activity activates the left prefrontal cortex, and we feel joy. When a person is depressed or stressed, the best things they could do, go outside to walk, especially if walk in nature, especially walk mindfully. The person not only become happier, and also because of the left prefrontal cortex become activated, the person become more rational. So when we are upset, angry at home, and fighting and arguing, the best thing, stop, go outside, walk for half an hour or something, and come back. Or when a person is depressed, instead of staying at home and on a sofa, it's better go for a walk and come back. The third factor for healthy brain is sleep. Enough sleep is very important for the brain. At a different age, there are different suggestions. For middle-aged people is around 7 to 9 hours, average 8 hours. Good sleep, because brain recover itself during that time. If the person does not have enough sleep, it could be irritated. Even do other things, stay calm and happy, but we will be irritated because they did not have enough sleep. The other factor for a healthy mind is the brain stimulation. It means reading, traveling, the things you didn't go. Do something new that activate the brain. Especially this is important for older people, because they need something to activate brain. After stroke, the most important factor for the nerve cell death is not using them. So it's very important we use our brain, and we need not the things we do habitually, but the new things. Read the new things. Listen to the new things. The other thing that is important is social activity, especially again in older people. Older people, they need to talk to others, talk to younger people, discuss it, cause their brain become activated. So these are there were some of the factors that keep our brain healthy, and is because of the station for our mind stay healthy. In more details, I explain it in my book. Now, the next factor that I wanted to talk is healthy mind. What I mean by healthy mind is sound and clear mind. The mind that is free of confusion. How could we have that kind of mind? There are different things we could do. One of them, be present in the moment. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is you're present in a moment. You're not worried about a future or regret about a past. You're not feeling overwhelmed. You are present in a moment, and you are aware of your surrounding. That's what mindfulness is. And you can do some different things that increase your mindfulness. And that's we can do silence, meditation, mindful walking. The other things that you could do is too much negative emotion. anger, jealousy, envy, fear, worriness. These are clutter the mind. It can't be clear. Our flow of thoughts become clear. It's like with a brake on it. So we need to be careful that the more we focus on higher thoughts, on kindness, pureness, honesty, love, joy, mind become clear. Mind is calm. And when his mind clear and calm, it function better. And we need a healthy mind. The healthy mind, we need it because all over the rest of our life, our physical health, our emotional health, our relationship, our family, our finances, everything depends on a healthy mind. And even in this time of the coronavirus crisis, we need to be sure we are calm enough, we are relaxed, we are not too much stressed, we have joy and not too much fear, because it will affect our immune system. Even somebody got infected with the coronavirus, the calmer they are, the happier they are, the more positive they are, the less fear they have, the stronger the immune system they have, and the better they can fight the virus and they heal. So this is my definition of the healthy mind. Okay, now how could we have a happy mind? What do we mean by happy? Happy mind being happy. The happy mind comes with thinking positive, thinking happy thoughts, thinking about what you want, not what you don't want, being grateful. When you are grateful, you focus what you have. And when you focus on you have, on what you love, you are going to feel good. So this is important. When you say happy mind, is really, when it's the happiest mind, you are happy, you are feeling good. So the gratefulness, and forgiveness. When we have resentment, hatred, and forgiveness, it is kind of all the time some of the nerve cells, some of the mind is occupied with that, unless we distract it with something. But otherwise it has a little break on our thoughts. All the time in a corner of our mind is just playing itself. Oh, you didn't forgive that. So the forgiveness is for ourselves. If you want it to be really happy and really calm mind, you have to forgive. There's no other option. You cannot have a resentment and forgiveness and be happy. It doesn't work together. Or your mind being calm. It doesn't matter what they did, what they didn't. You see, the calmness of the mind and happiness of the mind, it's a mental work. But the things I am talking now is a mind, at the level of the mind and mental work. You can be happy. You can say, I am happy, I am calm, I am joyful, and you don't need to have any reason. You don't need anybody's permission. You don't need the permission, your senses. Your senses may say, well, you were unhappy. You have these difficulties in your life. You have these things is going on. But you decide, whatever is happening outside world, you decide, I am happy. I want to be happy. I decide to be happy. I decide to be calm. And that's really comes. This is becoming the most important factor of having a happy and calm mind. You see, you can do calm mind, do meditation, silence, going to nature, walking, mindful walking. Be present in a moment. Most of the people these days are worried about the future or regret the past, I should have done this, I should have done that. No, those are the things that's past, that's the future. You need to be present in this moment, and you yourself decide, and you will say, I am happy now. I am conscious of being happy now. I am that I desire to be. Exactly like that. You decide. You don't need any permission outside world. What is happening? You're in your mind. After so many talks that I gave about happiness and calmness, and when I going through this process, that how our life really work, how we can live the life we want, do the things we love, and enjoy our life, and not so be dependent on what's happening outside. Because if our mind, our happiness and calmness, it depends on other side, outside, all the time same thing happening. Okay, brother, sister have a problem, mother has a problem, children, wife, finances, country, your car, every day something is happening. But if we depend our happiness and calmness of our mind to external world, we never be happy. Because we don't want to do that. We don't want even our success, what our life is going to be. We want it to be depends on inside. That's I discovered the secret is a mind, is a mental work. You start from inside. And the person decide it's you. That's you would say, I am the captain of my soul. I am the master of my fate. I am the master of my life. You say, I am that. I am that I desire to be. Whatever it is, start becoming conscious of it. You need to feel it that you are that right now. You say, I am, not I will be. I will be, it means you have something in lack and you wanted to get it. It's all the time you are going to be in a lack. Is happiness, is peace, is money, is relationship, is love, whatever it is. I am love. I am loving. I am lovable. Whatever you want it to be, I am now, right now, and then you make a decision. Because when you, whatever comes after I am, is define you. Human beings, they behave consistent with who they believe they are. So you decide what you want to be. You say, I am this. You say it with passion. You say it with strong. With all you say, I am happy. I am joyful. I am conscious of being a happy person. I'm conscious of being a calm person. I'm conscious of being successful. And then when you did that, so you need to know your desire. You see, desire is your solution to a problem. The reason you don't think about the things you don't want, because those are problems. Let's say a person is depressed. So the solution or the solution is happiness, being happy. So the desire for that person is being happy. So that person needs to focus on happiness. I am happy. And start feeling that his wish or her wish fulfilled. I am happy. Closer, I am happy. And you start feeling and start speaking and start doing the things a happy person does, and you do it instantly in your imagination. You start imagining I am happy. I am happy now. and start doing those things, start saying these things, start feeling those feelings. And over the time, it become a reality. Imagination creates reality. Whatever you imagine you are doing, if you believe in it and you're doing it lively with the feeling, it will express in your life. You say like this, as Neville said, I became conscious of being it. I am still conscious of being it. I shall continue to be conscious of being it until that which I am conscious of being is perfectly expressed. You mean you choose your purpose in life. One of the main factors for calmness of the mind, it has been shown in different studies, is a purpose in life. Having a stable purpose, not everyday change. You see, this is my purpose, you put in your mind, this is my goal, and you go towards that. What happening in the outside world is happening. You do it in your mind, in your imagination. If you sustain the feeling of wish fulfilled and you persistent on it, and you keep imagining what you want, whole world cannot stop you unless you change. If you continue what you believe in and imagine it, it will show up in your life. So my message today is this. You see, our life, our happiness, our joy, our success, it depends on us. My joy, my success, my life, it depends on me. Depends on mind. What I do in my mental work. What I think. You become what you think all day long. You see, what you think about, what your attention is on, what you imagine, what your self-talk is. You see, we need to observe our inner talking and also remember our aim, our goal, to see if they are matched. When you say I expect the best. When you say I expect the best, or whatever desire is you want, but if in your mind thinking about opposite to that, you're thinking about failure, so it is not compatible with your goal. If you say I am successful, all the things you imagine is about success, all the things you talk inside is about success, or you talk to others about success. Now we talk today about health and happiness and calmness. All the time, whoever I ask you how, I am joyful, I am happy, I am peaceful. You wanted to say it in your mind, imagine doing the peaceful stuff, whatever you need to do. You believe you are peaceful. And any condition you can be happy and calm. It doesn't matter what outside is happening. You can say I am calm. Because you see, a lot of people, they live in a sensory level, in outside world. The mental world is a higher frequency. You separate from senses. That's the reason you need to go a calm place, close your eyes, because when you close your eyes, you separate yourself from the sensory world and you go in, you awaken your inner man or inner woman, and you start living from inside and will be expressed outside. Otherwise, our brain is all the time reacting to outside world. We hear this one, we hear that one, this person wants this one, we become hungry, we want different things. It's all sensory. It just come a level of the habitual. That's sometimes become subconscious, because like we become habitual in an automatic life. But if we don't want to be automatic life, we need to live consciously. That's the power of consciousness is. I am conscious of being that. I am conscious of being happy. It means right now all my focus, all my thoughts, I am happy. And the focus, I am happy now. It means all the problems solved, all the things, I am happy now. You feel, you sustain the feeling of the wish fulfilled, whatever your wish is. I explain these things in my 7 chapters in my book, Mind Medicine, Use Your Thoughts to Heal. I also have the workbook that in my website in a page product. My website is mindinmedicine.com, mind, M-I-N-D, in medicine.com. I have another webinar about how our health affects our health, mind, and calmness and happiness of affecting our physical health. This Thursday, I have a whole day course on the thoughts, on imagination, and how we can define our life and be calmer all the time. Is going to be Saturday, August 1st. I have a 7 hours online course that I explain all these things, and also coaching course with me. It means 6 weeks, 6 hours direct talk to me on Zoom, on Skype, or if the coronavirus situation gets better, or we can meet in a distance, and personally, and you can ask your question, because I found out the what is the secret to the life we want to live, what the life you love. As Joseph Murphy said, you wanted to say this: I am in my true place, and I do the things I love to do. You wanted to feel bliss. You wanted to feel happy. You wanted to be in peace with yourself and with the world. That moment that you live your life, the things you love to do, and you are in peace, that you feel bliss. And I had some of these moments recently, because, and it's from mental work, and I can help you to learn those things. We put a save 25% on my website on all these products. You can go to my mindinmedicine.com and page product, and then you can look at them. If you have any question, you can talk to me 30 minutes free. You can call any time. My phone number is on my website, the mindinmedicine.com. You can call, you can send email, I'll call you back. It doesn't matter what time you call. If I'm busy, I'll call you back. So you can call and we can discuss, and I hope I can help you to have a better, healthier mind, calmer mind, happier mind. Let me go to a different screen to see if there is any question.